ARCH Remainer Peter Mandelson has been likened to an EU ambassador for warning Boris Johnson against standing up for Northern Ireland against Brussels. Labour Party peer Peter Mandelson has been mockingly compared to an EU ambassador in a slapdown over the Remainers' staunch support for the Northern Ireland Protocol. Lord Mandelson has voiced his opposition to Boris Johnson and the British government acting unilaterally to sort out the divisive post-Brexit trading arrangements. Anti-protocol campaigner and Brexiteer Jamie Bryson fired a stinging rebuke at the former Labour minister for his recent intervention into the Brexit debate. Mr. Bryson told Express.co.uk, Peter Mandelson is better suited in the European Commission than he ever was in the British Parliament. Peter Mandelson is basically an EU ambassador. So anything that he says, I mean, he doesn't have the best interest of the sovereignty of the United Kingdom at heart, he has the best interests of the EU. This was Peter Mandelson. He was part of Tony Blair's government, which delivered the pernicious so-called peace process in Northern Ireland, which was simply a capitulation to the threats of IRA terrorism. So Peter Mandelson has moved from capitulating to threats of IRA terrorism and to capitulate to the threats of the European Union. So there is nothing new under the sun, with him and people like him. Last month a Labour peer and ardent Remainer cautioned Boris Johnson's government against tearing up the trade rules imposed on Northern Ireland under the Brexit protocol signed with the EU. Lord Mandelson told LBC, I cannot believe they will do anything stupid for two reasons. One is that the trade agreement that we have with the European Union is weak enough as it is and gives us a few trade advantages as they are, but they are nonetheless very, very important to businesses and jobs in Britain. And to put that in jeopardy after all the other shocks that we received, the COVID shock, the Ukraine shock, the energy shock, it would be incredibly detrimental to our economy. But secondly, it will put into question the peace and stability in Northern Ireland because a key part of that agreement is the Northern Ireland Protocol. Which is not perfect by the way and could do with a little bit of adjustment in the way in which it is applied, but nonetheless, has been agreed by the British government as part of an international treaty signed by the British government. And if we were unilaterally to step back from it, the reaction of the European Union would, I suggest, be quick and severe. Many unionists and loyalists are vehemently opposed to the protocol, claiming its requirement for checks on goods moving across the Irish Sea has undermined Northern Ireland's place in the United Kingdom. Power sharing in Northern Ireland is on ice after the DUP refused to re-establish a devolved executive following the recent Assembly election in protest at arrangements that have created economic barriers to trade across the Irish Sea.